Arirang's news features reporter Sung-jin. Hello, Sung-jin,
Hello,
and
Sung-jin.
반갑수다.
Hello, guys, and 반갑수다, which is a Jeju-style greeting or saying hi in the Jeju dialect. And it also kind of relates to what I'm going to be talking about today. But first, I'd actually like to talk more about saying hello to our viewers.
Of course.
Yes. We don't want to miss out on that.
As you said, Sung-jin, you were on Jeju Island recently to cover a lot of interesting stories for us. And yesterday, we also talked to Professor Tizzard about Jeju's culture. So we kind of have a Jeju theme going on. And you yourself also talked about the inscription of the April 3rd incident, which was inscribed into the UNESCO records. But today, you have something that's related to the K-drama that's been the buzz these days.
Absolutely. So I saw that you guys already talked about the Jeju culture, a little bit of the show in Pokssak Sogatsuda yesterday, which actually kind of relates to what I want to talk about. But today I want to dive in a bit deeper to the show itself and why it resonates with so many viewers in and outside of the country.
뱉는 게 뭐 별거냐? 똑같아.
This line from the last episode of the Korean drama When Life Gives You Tangerines captures one of the underlying meanings of the series, living life. The story of a young couple on Jeju Island and how their life progresses through many ups and downs caught many sniffling throughout the episodes of this heartwarming story.
Across generations, these stories and the lines from the characters were very relatable in talking about life and values because it revolves around family.
Such storylines have resonated with viewers from around the world as the show topped Netflix's global non-English show chart.
The theme is so universal. The fact that there are Korean themes involved is part of the fascination and the interest for me as a Westerner. That show makes me feel I'm there. I feel part of their life. I feel I'm experiencing what it's like to be in Korea during this stretch of time. I think it's absolutely universal.
The series' Korean title uses a phrase from Jeju dialect, Pokssak Sogatsuda, which translates to "you've worked hard." The drama portrays glimpses of the beautiful scenery of Jeju Island as a background to key events in their life. The characters grow up on Jeju's rocky shores in the 1950s, and these scenes were filmed around Kimyeong Beach, where haenyeo, or female divers, can often be seen, a symbol of Jeju Island. They fall in love in the warm, bright canola fields in the 1960s, another endearing sight on the island during April and May. The characters take part in a writing contest at the Jeju-mok government office, capturing the history of Jeju. And other scenes show off the island's natural beauty. This site right here was one of the places where the scenes of the drama was filmed. You can also get a glimpse of the traditional houses that represent Jeju Island. The local government is developing programs so that tourists can visit these locations easily.
Through hosting drama filming locations and investing more in these programs, we hope to further invigorate Jeju's content and tourism business.
So for those who haven't had a chance yet to catch up with the series, why not give it a look to enjoy the beauty of Jeju?
Beautiful scenes there. And I noticed the signboard that shows that this is a part of the drama
where it
setting.
happened,
and
right.
I think it's going to be many more photo spots on Jeju because of the drama. And Walter, have you noticed the viewer from the US who Sung-jin interviewed? I think he's a big fan of IU, just like you, right?
Yes, exactly. I think me and him had something in common. And I know that's the reason why he probably watches, because she's just an amazing performer in this
Exactly.
drama.
Absolutely.
But Sung-jin, what was your favorite part actually of When Life Gives You Tangerines? I'm so used to the Pokssak Sogatsuda now.
Right, so there are a lot of aspects of the show itself that I really enjoyed, but in particularly, I'd like to mention the scene. I don't know if you guys have seen that part yet or that episode yet, but Esun, which is the main protagonist, actually is pregnant, and once she realizes that her husband actually is being mistreated by his boss, she runs up to him and he kicks up his shin, which I actually thought was a very impressive part because it shows a lot about the role of woman, which is another aspect that I feel like could definitely be talked about within the show.
Interesting.
We actually mentioned how important women were within Jeju Island yesterday with Professor Tizzard, so that's a quite interesting comment you made there. And Sung-jin, you were actually lucky enough to go down to Jeju. I'm very jealous because I love going down there. And were there any memorable moments that you had while you were down there?
Absolutely, Walter. As an avid fan of the show itself, I've actually probably watched maybe at least twice at this point now, most of the episodes. It was actually really interesting to look at the scenes themselves. even though some of them might have been a setup and some of them might have been different from the actual background, I realized that it's fascinating to compare the scenes with the actual settings. Though, again, most of the setting must have been slightly of a setup.
So, and apart from the places that you have been for the coverage this time, could you introduce us to any other places that are worth making a trip to?
Absolutely. Jeju Island has so much to offer, and I feel like in this article, I only talk about a couple of them. So, for our viewers who might be interested in going to Jeju, it briefly shows in the beginning of my article in the canola flower fields, but Seongsan Ilchulbong, or Sunrise Peak, is well known for its volcanic crater on the top of the hike. It is a well-known photo spot for a lot of visitors to Jeju as well. Obviously can't miss out on the Hallasan Mountain or the Cheonjeong waterfall as well.
Well, great recommendations, especially ahead of the golden holidays that are coming
absolutely.
up. Well, thank you very much, Sung-jin, for your coverage today.
Thank you, Sung-jin.
Thank you, guys.